Viewers, as Prime Minister Modi wrapped up his high-stakes 5-day, 3-nation tour, which included Cyprus, Croatia and Canada for the G7 summit, India finds itself in a much stronger geopolitical position. And what has the nation really gained from this high-stakes diplomacy and the power play that was at full display? Let's break that down. First up, we got those 10 big gains that Bharat had in this big diplomatic win for India. First up, the strategic validation that this puts for India. Let's put that out. The first gain for India, which is India's invite, cemented its place in terms of being such a big and important stakeholder outside the G7. That's the first big gain for India out of this 5-day blitzkrieg. Second and important point, which is the middle power diplomacy that is on full display. India is now the perfect bridge that can act between polarized blocs. On one end, you have Russia, you have China, and then you have the other Western powers. Between that is the middle power diplomacy that belongs to India, which is what was on full display at these important events. Third, voice of the global south, the third big win for India. India is positioned to champion issues, whether it's food security, whether it's equitable vaccine access, whether it's debt relief, climate finance, all of which is essentially issues of the global south. And it was India who's championing that. India as the voice of the global south, champion of the global south, being put there as a big validation for India. Another big win for Bharat. Let's move ahead. The fourth big win for India, technology and AI collaboration. The AI summit that took place in France this year, you had Prime Minister Modi as a co-chair, because it is widely acknowledged that the India model when it comes to artificial intelligence, one that is not based on capitalism, one that is not based on closed source codes, but one that are available to all, open source codes, all that allows India to provide that perfect gateway to be the technology and AI collaborator, and add to it the UPI, big UPI revolution that India is being able to do so, not just in Paris, but in all global capitals. You see that. Another big win for India. Move ahead. Let's talk about now the climate finance leverage, something that India is best positioned to offer, simply because as one of the largest consumers of non-renewable energy, when India speaks about the transition, it matters. And that's why when the world wants to take a roadmap, a strategic direction towards what should be the view when it comes to clean technology, clean energy, India matters, as it speaks as one of the largest importers of non-renewable energy. Economic diplomacy, another big win that we saw this week for Bharat. The fast tracking of bilateral trade negotiations, whether it is EU, whether it's several others, pitching India as the perfect alternative to China-based, China-centric supply chains is another big win as far as India is concerned. The other 2-3 important points were the energy security transition that India is best positioned to offer, advocate for stable energy supplies while seeking investments in green hydrogen, in critical minerals. There's been a lot of scramble when it comes to critical minerals, but all driven by capitalist instinct, something that you've seen with America putting that through. But India's position has been completely different, something that allows for the world to be able to find some sort of a roadmap. The last two wins for India, countering China through alignment, not alliance. Extremely important, because without formally aligning with Western blocs, India can signal convergence or Indo-Pacific security, tech standards, supply chain diversifications, all while keeping its strategic autonomy intact. And lastly, the geopolitical risk management that helps India hedge the risks amidst global turbulence, especially regional fallout with pariah Pakistan and China. Those were some of the big wins. And lastly, allowing, of course, once again becoming that perfect bridge when it comes to the Indian diaspora. Far and flung places, you also have the Indian diaspora being connected, being part of the India story. I'm going to now play out the soundbite of Prime Minister Modi on this 5-day blitzkrieg, and then we move ahead.
पश्चिम एशिया और यूरोप में चल रहे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट को लेकर हम दोनों ने चिंता व्यक्त की है। इनका नकारात्मक प्रभाव केवल उस क्षेत्र तक सीमित नहीं है। हम दोनों मानते हैं कि यह युद्ध का युग नहीं है, संवाद से समाधान और स्थिरता की बहाली ये मानवता की पुकार है।